Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Digital Nomads, where we teach you how to make money while traveling the world. And in these interviews, we interview people from around the world. I'm currently in Suriname, which is a country in the northeast of South America. It's actually the smallest South American country. It was a Dutch colony, and now it's independent, but everyone speaks Dutch here. It's a very interesting part of South America. Over there in Europe, we have Scott. He's in Croatia doing a work away for about 3 weeks. And Natalie's in China, of all places. And we've actually never interviewed a guest in China until now. But the common thing for all of us is we're actually all from Vancouver, BC, Canada. But because of the digital nomad lifestyle, we've all made our ways to Europe for Scott, Asia for Natalie, and South America for myself. So Natalie, she's the founder of Wandering My Wandering Family. And she's traveling with the husband and 2 young daughters around the world. One unique thing they've done is to visit every single Disney resort in the world. And isn't that every kid's dream come true?
Yeah,
isn't that every kid's dream come true? Scott, do you want to do a quick intro, and then we'll pass it off to Natalie. Scott, take it away.
Okay. Well, I muted myself because I couldn't hear anybody. But Natalie, can you tell us a little bit about how you came to come to China and how you decided to see all the Disneylands in the world?
Well, actually, what we did was we decided to sell our house and all our possessions and travel the world with our kids. And Disney's kind of just an offshoot of that. We were big Disney fans, and we decided we wanted to go visit all these countries. The kids asked if they could see all the Disney parks, and we said, yeah, why not? So we put that into our itinerary as we've been traveling around the world. And we just visited our last one in Shanghai, so that's why we're here in China.
Very cool. How long have you been in China now?
Almost 4 weeks. We'll be hitting the 4th week in a couple of days. So yeah, it's been a good time.
And what comes after China?
We're in overland to Vietnam. My husband's from, so we're excited to visit. From here, it's a short train ride.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so we're really excited. So we're thinking maybe a month and a bit, and then from there we'll visit probably Thailand, Cambodia, and then before we head over to Bali. So
Beautiful. I've been debating going to Bali around Christmas in January because Europe gets cold, and from Cairo there's a very cheap flight, and I've just been like,
oh, that would be
a little
awesome.
bit too far in the future for me.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
the same
amazing.
thing with us. We keep changing our plans, so we'll see what actually happens when we get closer. So
That's right. That's one of the nice things about what we do, right? Is we're able to go and change our plans and head off in different directions when different opportunities or winds blow in a different direction.
exactly, so it's really nice to kind of have that freedom and just see. Sometimes it's nice to kind of hit the ground running and see what happens, to see what people say who've actually been there or closer, to see how the weather is, so we can say, okay, it's too rainy, we better change our plans and go different. And we still have that flexibility to do that, so it's nice. And everything in Southeast Asia is so close; it's easy to switch from one place to the other, and really doesn't affect much in terms of cost. So
That's true. So what are some of your favorite spots around the world that you've been to?
Mine is Morocco. I really love spending there. We were only there for 8 days, but I wish we were there for more. We started in Marrakesh and we went camping in the Sahara Desert, and that has been one of my favorite things so far. It's been amazing.
That's one of my favorite spots too. I spent
Yeah.
3 weeks in Morocco in January. It was phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to go back. We made some really great friends there. We'll keep in touch on Facebook, so it's been nice to have that. And then hopefully we can make it there again. We want to go to Chef Chowan. Have you been there yet?
So what are some of the challenges that you've had being a digital nomad?
Um, Trying to stay present in the moment, I think, is the hardest one because I'm also the one planning all of our itineraries. So whenever we get somewhere, I'm always back online looking at the next place to go. What are we going to do next? What are we going to see? What's our best plan of attack? So I'm always, seems like I'm working. I haven't really had much downtime. I think that's been my hardest time, trying to separate the work side of it versus enjoying the pleasure side of it. So.
Is it traveling with the two kiddos? I mean, I'm traveling the world with my 3 kids, and it's definitely stressful. So I have a few more gray hairs since I left Vancouver. So how have you found it with your 2 daughters in terms of the blessed things, but also some of the struggles and challenges that you face with the 2 young daughters you have? So it looks like we temporarily lost Natalie, but while we're waiting, Scott and me will chat a little bit about our digital nomad journeys. And because I asked her the question about struggles with kids, I might as well kind of follow up on that while we wait for her to rejoin. Definitely, it's a blessing, first of all, just because you get to see the world through the kids' eyes, and you get to interact with people, because kids are a great bridge for connection. Because even though you don't speak the same language, everyone loves their kids, and they get really curious when you hear kids speaking English and everyone else is like speaking Portuguese, and they're like, all that. So definitely kids are great, a bridge builder. Now, in terms of the challenges, it's definitely a struggle in terms of making sure they're happy all the time, and making sure that their needs are being met. Obviously, kids have they have higher energies in some regards because they're bouncing around, running around like crazy everywhere. But they also have lower energies in terms of the stamina to, for example, do long walking trips or long bus rides, long train rides, long plane rides, because they can't just read a book or keep themselves occupied. So we have to always be doing them, which is tough because I'm not that creative to figure out what to do with them constantly. So maybe Scott, you can share a little bit about how is Croatia. We haven't really shared about that in the podcast. How is your time in Croatia? What have you been doing so far? What are you intending to do? Hey, Scott, we can't hear you. Are you there? All right, Natalie, looks like she's rejoining us. Are you there, Natalie? So we're in these 3 countries and 3 continents, and the internet connection is obviously not the strongest possible. And that's one of the challenges with being a digital nomad is finding good internet. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry, I was just in a call.